University Podcast. It's your host, Emmanuel. I'm here with.
What up, y'all? This your boy Johnny.
And we're back here with another episode. Episode 22 so far. Almost about to be a year since we started the podcast, too.
Yes, sir, man.
I think next week's going to be like a whole entire year anniversary since we started the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because I was like going through my memories, and it shows some of the when I was making the logos of the podcast. I'm like, oh man, it's about to be a year.
Yeah, we've been at it for a minute now, bro.
Yeah, but let's get right into it. College football, week 2. What are your thoughts about? What was your favorite game last week? First,
favorite game last week. Is it Can I say the Colorado game, bro?
You can say it. I feel that was.
It was the best game when it comes to both both teams, I would say. Because TCU was still in the game, I feel like TCU got dominated the whole game, but they were still in the game, if that makes sense. Like, they were still making it a game. Like, they could have easily won. It could have went both sides. So I would say probably the Colorado TCU game, but other than that, I would probably say Florida State and who did Florida State play?
LSU.
Yeah, LSU. Florida State and LSU. That was a pretty good game.
Yeah, that was a good game because Jordan Travis had 342 passing yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I really thought LSU was really going to be that team this year.
I still don't think they're going to be that team just because, Brian Kelly's a good coach, don't get me wrong, but he's not the same Brian Kelly. They don't have the same. LSU's just not the same, bro. The quarterback Jaden Daniels, I was never really a fan of Jaden Daniels even when he was at Arizona State. So he didn't do anything at Arizona State. What makes you think he's gonna change the program around at LSU? Nah, it's not happening. So me personally, I'm not really a fan of LSU, bro. I never really been a fan of LSU except for when Joe Burrow and Jamar and them was there and they went and handled business like they should have. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of LSU this year. I've never really been a fan of their quarterback either. So
yeah, see, I'm not really a huge fan of their coach. The way he left Notre Dame was crazy. Not even like a text message to his team, to his players or coaches.
Yeah,
they just found out on the news. So kind of the same way how Lincoln Riley did it, but not really. But
yeah,
but not really a huge fan of him. And you can kind of see because at Notre Dame, they get to pick who they play every year. Yeah. And they're not in a conference. So you don't have to worry about these conference games.
Yeah. But
now at LSU, he's facing tough opponents. Like, all right, week 1, Florida State. Even though they're not in the same conference, but still a tough game right there. So, but, hey, Florida State, you think Florida State might win the ACC since Clemson lost week 1?
They got a chance. I will say they got a chance because Travis, he's nice, bro. He could put up numbers, and he got some good receivers out wide. Number 4, I think he had like 3 touchdowns, I think. For Florida State. What is his name? He's a young player, bro, but I think his name was. Let me see. I'm about to find his name really fast. Yeah, so they had 359 passing yards, which was wild. A total of 494. Total 494 yards. Let me see. Yeah, Keon Coleman was his name. Yeah, he's I think he's like a freshman. He's like only like 20 years old or something like that. I think he might be a freshman or a sophomore or something like that. But yeah, he's nice, bro. He had 122 receiving yards with 9 receptions and 3 touchdowns. So that's pretty good. Yeah. Only 6 of his receptions weren't touchdowns. So
yeah. See, my favorite game that week, mostly because my sister is an alumnus at Clemson. So it kind of made me put a smile on my face when to see Clemson lose to Duke, getting upsetted. And I knew they was going to storm the field. I love when teams storm the field. I hate when the NCAA find them for no reason to storm the field. But that's the part of college football.
I feel like it should be a tradition, especially if it's an upset. And it was like Duke really controlled the game the whole game. Like Clemson only had 7 points the entire game, so that says something. And they didn't score the second half, so
and a lot of people were saying like, oh, when Clemson finally don't get a generational quarterback.
Yeah.
What, Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson too?
You see that they're really in trouble. Clemson is definitely not coming out of the ACC.
Yeah, but former Clemson quarterback DJ, I can't pronounce that last name. Ukulele.
Yeah, I got you.
Something like that. Ukulele. 239 passing yards, 3 touchdowns to win the game against San Jose State Spartans, 42-17. Well, you think Oregon State might be a sleeper team out of the Pac-12?
Definitely, because they got pieces. They got a quarterback now. The defense has been solid, I think.
One of the better defenses.
One of the better defenses in the Pac-12.
Last year they almost upset USC.
Yeah, it's definitely a sleeper team. Teams should definitely watch out for Oregon State. I like their quarterback. He fits well in that system. I like him better at Oregon State than he was at Clemson, definitely. He can sling it, bro. So we'll see how he does there. He had like 239 passing yards, 3 TDs, 20 for 25. That's great percentage-wise. So, yeah.
Okay.
Even their running back had 18 carries for 145 rushing yards. And, yeah.
So let's go on with the rankings right now. So let's just take this off first. Colorado's ranked 22 after beating TCU, and TCU is unranked now.
I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you again on camera. I asked you off camera, but do you think that they deserve that 22, that ranking, like rank 22?
See, it's just because they beat TCU. They beat a former runner-up to the national championship game, the team that beat Michigan in the college football playoff. So, but they also lost a lot of pieces to that offense and to that defense too in the draft, especially offensive coordinator Garrett Riley, which he's now at Clemson right now, and don't have their quarterback. So, but they are just a good offensive team. You saw how Trey Sanders with 3 rushing touchdowns. So they are still a good team. So like I'll give them the benefit of the doubt to put them rank. I'm surprised Clemson's still ranked at 25, losing to Duke.
Yeah, losing to Duke.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm more surprised. So I feel like Colorado deserves the ranking. See, if they were ranked above top 20, that's when it starts getting weird. But I say 22 is right. Perfect.
But if they win this week, who do they have this week?
Nebraska.
Nebraska. So I feel like if they beat Nebraska, they're definitely going to
be top 20.
Yeah. I mean, they have no choice. They're at 22, and they go up 2-0. So I mean, yeah.
But I'm surprised they put Clemson at 25, still 25 right there.
Yeah, they should definitely be out the rankings, losing to Duke.
They
put TCU out of their rankings, losing to Colorado, which is a better team than Duke, in my opinion. So I feel like Clemson should definitely be out of the top 25, but that's just me.
Definitely.
1, Georgia still, 2, Michigan, 3, Alabama, 4, Florida State. They moved Florida State to number 4. Wow. Ohio State number 5, USC 6, Penn State 7, Washington 8, Tennessee 9, Notre Dame 10, Texas 11, Utah at 12. Utah should be higher in my opinion. That's just me. I like Utah a lot. I've been liking them for a minute. I'm gonna keep saying it. I feel like Utah should be ranked higher,
especially when they get their starting quarterback back.
Yeah, they don't even have a starting quarterback. Oregon number 13, LSU number 14, and they're 0-1, still number 14. How do you feel about that?
What? Sorry.
LSU. LSU got smacked by Florida State, but it's still ranked number 14, and they're 0-1.
I feel like, not saying they should be unranked, but 14.
Number 14 is crazy, though.
14 is a little too high for LSU, especially when it wasn't really a close game. It was a close game first, but like it ended up becoming a blowout.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say they're ranked 14, maybe ranked 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, but.
Moving on to ranked number 15, Kansas State. 16, Oregon State. 17, UNC, North Carolina. Okay. 18, Oklahoma. OU probably could have switched spots with LSU, definitely. I don't see how LSU's the only 0-1 team in the top 15. Wisconsin moved on to 19, Ole Miss 20, Duke 21. Interesting. Colorado 22, Texas A&M 23, Tulane 24, and Clemson 25 at 0-1.
Okay.
Yeah, so I feel like the rank. I'm not agreeing with these rankings right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you. LSU being the only top 15 team being 0-1 is not sitting right with me. They should probably be at least 20. At least. I'm not, like I said earlier, I'm not a fan of LSU. Not really a fan of their quarterback. Jaden Daniels, he's athletic and he's like, he has a lot of potential, but he just doesn't make some of the right decisions on the field, if that makes sense, when it comes to reading the defense and passing the ball well. I'm not really a fan of Jaden Daniels. But LSU, yeah, being number 14 is not it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely. LSU being at 14 is a little bit too high for them. But let's get going. So before we go over to this week's games, let's go over with some of the HBCU games. Jackson State losing to Florida A&M 28-10.
Not surprising. I don't think. Florida A&M has been that. Jackson State has been that too, but you know, losing who they lost obviously took a toll and lost some hope. But
Prairie View versus Texas Southern 37-34.
KPV. Texas Southern's really like that too, but KPV putting on for the put on.
Alabama State beating Southern 14-10.
So Bama State, so they're 1-1 now, right?
1-0.
1-0. Okay. They beat who?
Southern.
Southern. Okay. Oh wow, I don't know. Southern was good last year.
And then Hampton beating Grambling 35-31.
Dang, all the teams that I'm thinking is gonna win is losing.
Yeah,
that's wild. Yeah.
But let's go to this week 2 matchups right here. First game that comes to my mind: Utah versus Baylor. Get a little preview of the Big 12 matchup right there.
Okay.
But Baylor, with that loss against Wyoming last week, you think we already know Utah's gonna win this one.
Yeah, we know that. We know the outcome of this game, but yeah, Utah's definitely coming. They're coming for their neck. And Baylor lost at home last week.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That was like one of the worst losses for making the Big 12 teams look bad. Yeah. Big 12 teams did look bad. Besides OU and Texas, all of them looked bad.
We struggled as a conference, definitely.
But and the fact that OU and Texas not gonna be in the conference next year, so yeah. But also the Pac-12 did went undefeated last week too.
I seen that. I did see that.
Yeah, but Nebraska versus Colorado.
I got Colorado, bro. I got Colorado.
I got Colorado. I don't really like Nebraska, especially after their loss against Minnesota last week. Not Minnesota. Was it Minnesota or Wisconsin? What was it?
No, Wisconsin.
Minnesota. I was right. Minnesota. So especially their loss against Minnesota last week, I don't really like them too much.
Yeah.
And also they were one of the teams trash talking Colorado too. So
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, so they coming for their neck.
Mhm. It's gonna be at home at Colorado too.
Oh yeah, back in Boulder, baby.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then Ole Miss 20 versus 24 Tulane.
I got Tulane, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Same. I got Tulane right here. Tulane. Hey, they beat USC last year too in the.
Yeah, they in the bowl game.
Mhm.
Yeah, I watched that game.
Mhm. But
Lincoln Riley choked bad in that game.
that's what Lincoln Riley does the best. What, he never won a bowl game?
Yeah.
Yep. That's. So Texas A&M versus Miami.
And I'm gonna say A&M
A&M.
because A&M still has some good pieces that they had. I want to say last year, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, they still have some. They had a lot of 5-star freshmen come in last year, and they still got most of them there. I don't know who their quarterback is, but
For Miami or Texas?
no, it's for A&M.
Their quarterback is. No, not that. These are
I know it's not Mont. I think he's gone.
Connor Weigman.
Yeah, I don't really. I'm not familiar with his game, so.
Mhm.
But I still got A&M over Miami.
Yeah, that's where I got it too.
Yeah.
Tulsa and Washington. Washington.
Yeah.
I just want to say because Tulsa is is nearby. So, North Carolina and Appalachian State. This is why I feel like upset right here.
App State always comes with heat though.
Yeah.
I don't even think
Was it last year they beat North Carolina too?
No, App State. It was either
A&M.
last year or the year before where App State literally like upset like 3 teams in a row, and they were like literally like winning in their conference.
Mhm.
Let me see.
What?
Look at their 2022
Schedule,
Yeah. I think they did beat UNC last year.
Yeah, they beat UNC. That was the game 34-31. That was like the onside kick too.
Yeah. What was their record last year? Because I know they beat more than just North Carolina last year.
What their record was? They went 6-6.
Okay, that's not bad. They had a bowl game,
So
that's.
But they went on a run. They beat A&M too. That was also the big.
Yeah, they beat A&M. That's the game. That's the game that I'm talking about. And it was like what? It was how many overtimes that game? Did they go into overtime that game?
No, that was
just a high scoring game.
Oh wait, I was looking at the wrong game. The game I was looking for against UNC was 2019. This is 2022. So it was UNC versus UNC beat App State last year. It was 63-61. That's what.
Oh, okay. That's the game that I'm talking about. It was like a high scoring game. I remember that.
But then the week after they beat Texas A&M 17-14.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But hey, don't be surprised. It's like I don't know if it's really a rivalry, but it's definitely a little rivalry between UNC and App State.
Yeah, they got some bad blood for sure. I feel like UNC, they're gonna be in some trouble with App State because App State always brings it, especially if it's at App State too. So,
but this time is at UNC for it right now.
Okay.
SMU versus Oklahoma.
I got OU.
OU. Yeah. Saul asked him to go to that game too.
Yeah, we mentioned it. We're trying to see if we can get in for the free ski, but
he said like, it might be $30.
I was like, no, I don't know if I'm gonna do all that, game.
No, I gotta pay rent, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but we'll probably be in Norman tomorrow, bro. We'll see.
Texas versus Bama. That's the game.
That's the game of the day. A little SEC preview right here.
Yeah,
we seen it last year, but you think Texas is gonna get Bama back from last year? No. How do you think? How you think Milroe's gonna do?
He's definitely an athlete, like especially.
But is he throwing it down the field like?
I don't know. I gotta see him play. Well, this is the first test for him too.
Yeah.
For him and Quinn Ewers, and I'm not really a huge fan of Quinn Ewers too.
Really?
Yeah.
I know I'm not a fan of Quinn Ewers either, but usually he steps up when it's time to step up for Texas. But
Guess except for Oklahoma State.
except for against us. But I feel. Yeah, they both got good tests this week.
Mm-hmm.
He got to go against Bama's defense, and Milroy has to go against Texas D. I don't know what Texas D is like either, but we gonna see, man. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good shutout. But I'm gonna still go Bama on this one.
I'm gonna go with Bama for this one. Oregon versus Texas Tech.
I'm gonna go Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Wisconsin versus Washington State.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Although Wisconsin had trouble with last weekend, who they play? They played. I think they had trouble with.
No, they won over. It was a close game at first against Buffalo, but they won at the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought they were. Well, when I was checked the score, that it was a close game.
Yeah, it was during the whole entire pregame show when the game was close.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Yeah, but also some Big 12 matchups: Illinois versus Kansas.
Kansas, man.
Kansas.
Yeah.
I
I don't know when the last time Illinois has been good. They had a first round draft pick, but other than that,
Yeah. At 9:30 p.m., Oklahoma State versus Arizona State.
after how OSU played last week, bro, who knows who's gonna win this game? They both
Both-
played
both-
horrible.
both
Both
played-
teams play horrible.
This might be a tie.
They gonna have to forfeit this game, bro.
I don't know. I feel like Arizona State might come with the upset, especially.
They're in Arizona State
Mhm.
too, so I mean,
I'm going with Arizona State for this one.
really,
I don't believe in this Oklahoma State team, especially they're going with a 3 quarterback system now.
that's fine. Like that's gonna be like a normal. They gonna keep doing this for the first few games, like.
Yeah, I guess so. The fact that Gunny looked the best out of all 3 of them.
But I didn't get to see. So I didn't get to see Garrett Rangel, but they said he was moving the ball
He was.
in the first half,
Okay.
in the first quarter. They said he was moving the ball. We just got down there and couldn't score.
Which seems like OSU.
That's typical OSU football.
Yeah. We can move the ball down the hill, but,
But
Which that also happened with Alan Bowman a lot, too. We get down the field and then we can't score in the red zone.
the thing with Alan Bowman is, I see why he's a 3-time transfer.
Mm-hmm.
He's not as accurate as I thought he was. He's just another Taylor Cornelius. I feel like it's out of Gunner and Garrett Rangel at this point, and I feel like Garrett Rangel is probably going to win that spot. For one, Garrett Rangel is younger than Alan Bowman and Gunnar Gundy, and so eventually it's going to be his team. He's probably going to take over.
Him or
unless
Flores.
Unless we have another transfer coming.
Yeah, we also got the freshman. But
The freshman too,
Yeah,
which
but-
is probably he's probably gonna be his team. But like as of right now, it's probably gonna be like Rangel or Gunnar Gundy. But man, OSU is in trouble, bro. So it doesn't. I don't really know how this game is gonna go. I wouldn't be surprised if Arizona State pulls this out in Arizona. So I'm gonna still say Oklahoma State just because Oklahoma State, but.
I'm going to put this question out. You think we're seeing the end of the Gundy era in Oklahoma State?
It's definitely time for a change. I'll say that.
Definitely.
If Gundy got to leave for the change to happen, then Gundy got to leave. I wouldn't even be mad. Like, we just need...
So is it more Gundy's fault or offensive coordinator Casey Dunn's fault? Because we were talking about him a lot last year, and we were surprised he still had his job last year.
It can be Casey Dunn's fault, but at the end of the day, who hired Casey Dunn?
True. See,
So-
and coordinators matter. You see what happens with Colorado brought in like those 2 new coordinators.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just Coach Prime. It was him bringing those offensive coordinators.
Somebody got to call the plays. I mean, Gunny's the head coach, but he's not really calling the shots that much. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like either Gunny got to put his foot down and get somebody to hire somebody to call the plays, and we run good stuff. Because it's not like we don't have the best weapons, but it's not like we don't have anything.
Yeah, we have some good wide. We have the weapons with wide receivers and the running backs. Ollie Gordon played great last week.
Ollie Gordon is a great running back.
And also we got Jay Nixon, who's a speedster running back. But I feel like they're going to use him more receivers now. But and then we got Brendan Presley and...
I seen a play where they put Brendan Presley as a running back. Like they moved him. It was a motion from the slot, and they moved him into the backfield in like a shotgun look. With I think was it Bowman out there? I think it was Bowman, but he handed it off to Brendan Presley, and that's something I would like to see more, honestly, out of Oklahoma State. Just switching up the offense, like
I feel like one thing they definitely regret is like not having that athleticism that Spencer Sanders brought in the game. How like
none of our quarterbacks is a running threat anymore. Yeah. So they know that we're not gonna try to do a option
or him just scrambling out the pocket,
RPO or scramble. Yeah, we're not doing none of that this year.
21 season when Spencer Sanders was looking actually good.
Yeah.
Or the first 5 weeks of him playing last year when he was scrambled for like 80 yards.
Yeah.
So I just feel like that's where the offense is kind of struggling now because they feel like, after the past 5 years of having all these type of quarterbacks who can get out the pocket, make a play when there's nothing there.
Yeah. Now
they don't have that anymore. They got to go back to their offense where it was like back in, 2017, 2016. So
the Taylor Cornelius era.
Yeah, so I feel like right now we're just in that transitional phase like we were back in when we came from Mason Rudolph for the past 4 years, and then Taylor Cornelius, and then Spencer Sanders.
Yeah.
So
we just got to be realistic Oklahoma State fans and just
unlike some of these people
just take the L's, man. It's okay. I'm about to go be a Colorado fan real quick. I'm about to go get me a Colorado jersey until OSU gets back on track. But I wouldn't be surprised.
That's why we got second favorite teams. That's why Michigan not gonna disappoint this year.
I wouldn't be surprised if Arizona State just
upset them.
Not even upset, just like mollywop.
For real, mollywop.
Hopefully that doesn't happen, because if it does, then I would be sad. Like I'm probably not gonna go to the next OSU game,
bro.
But
I feel like OSU's gonna get mollywop a lot this year.
Yeah, we got a lot coming for us.
Especially our first 2 Big 12 games at home, Kansas and Kansas State. Kansas State's gonna come here mollywop.
Kansas is too. Kansas gave us trouble last year too, so I wouldn't be surprised if. And Kansas has returning players at that, so it's like, Kansas State is definitely winning against us. Kansas is definitely probably going to beat us too. That's tough to say, but oh well.
Yeah, but it's going to be 102 degrees there.
And it's different. It's different heat in Arizona too.
I thought our heat's bad, but
at 9 o'clock at night at 102 degrees is crazy. Just imagine during the day. That means it's got to be at least 115 during the day,
bro.
Yeah,
but Troy versus Kansas State. Yeah. Southern Utah versus BYU. Rivalry game right here. A lot of people are going to be betting on the games. Probably the players, too. Iowa versus Iowa State.
I got Iowa State, bro.
Iowa State. See, I want to say Iowa for this one.
Where are they playing at? Are they playing in Iowa or are they playing in Iowa State?
See, I don't know. I don't know what city they play in. Ames, Iowa. So is that Iowa State?
That's Iowa State.
Okay, so they're playing in Iowa State. Yeah, but I got Iowa. I don't know what the betting line for that game is going to be for Iowa.
The players is probably betting on these.
But what we were saying, SMU, West Virginia versus this random team name I can't pronounce.
West Virginia versus. What?
I never heard this college before. So.
Hey, I just got West Virginia. That's all you need to know. I don't know who that is. That looks like the Damian Lillard logo.
Mm-hmm.
Who is that?
It's like they're in the NEC. I never heard the NEC. Okay, but I see some of these schools I'm familiar. I think there are schools in Pennsylvania too. So, because Sacred, or I have a friend who plays there. So these schools look familiar. So, but some FCS school, they want a free win. Okay. So they're gonna get that free win.
Okay, we got you, West Virginia. Since y'all lost last week.
Yeah, but Cincinnati versus Pittsburgh.
This might be a good game. I'm gonna go with Cincinnati still.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Cincinnati, and then UCF versus Boise State.
UCF. Yeah.
Houston versus Rice. They're playing at Rice too.
Houston. I mean, Rice is in Houston, so it's not far.
Yeah, it's down the street for them.
Yeah, down the street.
I'm gonna go with Houston for this one.
Yeah.
I really thought UTSA was gonna upset Houston last week.
Oh no!
I didn't check the score of the game. Oh, 17-14. So it was a close game. So
okay.
I was almost right. But then you got TC playing some random team. I'm just gonna say TC at this point. They're playing some Nicholas.
No. Nobody. I got TCU.
Yeah. But let's talk about Chiefs Lions. Before Travis Kelce got injured, I knew them Lions were gonna go up there in Kansas City, wherever that is, and beat them Chiefs, that light skinned boy right there. So no, I know my uncle's definitely dancing around in his house right now, just cheering for the Lions, because man, the way he be struggling the past 20 years of the Lions.
I seen like Lions fans all over the internet last night just screaming and yelling but really, I'm not surprised. Like, can I really say I'm surprised? No, I really can't, because they got pieces on on defense and offense. Like, Amon-Ra, he had a good game last night. Jared Goff is undefeated against Patrick Mahomes.
I forgot about that stat.
Like, am I really surprised about the Lions beating the Kansas City Chiefs? No, not really.
Not really. But let's talk about some of these games on Sunday. 49ers. Oh, wait, before we go there, Joe Burrow, highest paid player of all time.
Joe Burrow. That boy rich, man.
See, like,
what is it, like 90 mil a year? That's wild,
let me look at this contract real quick. But what? It was not long after, a month ago, was Lamar Jackson. And then Jalen Hurts, then Justin Herbert, and now Joe Burrow.
It was like $275, I think.
Yeah, so 5 years, $275 million.
That's $90 million a year,
and
bro.
$219 million guarantee. Now that's a contract right there.
Yeah. Yep. That's money, man. That's the money, man. He ain't coming up off that money.
Yeah, and also Nick Bosa getting the contract too.
Yep.
Because there was rumors. I forgot to talk about this, but there was rumors last week about him might be getting traded if he doesn't sign this contract extension. But
is he healthy?
Yeah, he's healthy. But the only person now that's holding back under a contract is Chris Jones. Did he play last night too?
I don't know.
So I don't really think if Chris Jones play or not. I think he's holding out on his contract right now. He held out all preseason. So. Oh, yeah, he wasn't playing. He was just watching from a suite. So, we don't know if he's going to get that contract, he's going to get franchise tag later on, or gets traded. I would love to see him get traded from the Chiefs. One last issue for the Broncos this year. So, but...
Hey, come to the dark side. The purple side.
They're probably going to trade him to the NFC team.
Hopefully.
Yeah, that was smart. Because they was talking about trading Nick Bosa, and they were saying, like, they might trade him to an AFC team.
You don't want them in the same conference as
especially it's not like basketball when it doesn't really matter when you lose to them in the regular season. In football, it matters. It matters, yeah. So 49ers versus Steelers, first game.
Niners, baby.
Yeah, I got the Niners right here. Raiders versus the eventual Super Bowl champions, Denver Broncos.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Denver, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Denver.
Denver Broncos. Mm-hmm. Panthers versus Falcons.
Falcons.
I'm gonna go with Panthers for this one.
I like the Falcons. I was watching them a little bit in the offseason. I like their team. I wouldn't be surprised if they win this one.
Especially that pickup with Jesse Bates and trading for Jeff Okudah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. They added some defense. Nice.
I like them adding some receivers for Bryce Young, getting DJ Chark, Adam Thielen. So, Bengals Browns.
Bengals.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going with Bengals right here.
It's gonna be a good game though. Deshaun's playing, so.
Mm-hmm. Hi, all the massage therapists.
The masseuse man. The masseuse man.
The masseuse man. Jaguars versus Colts. And they're always so close. Their game's always close. So I'm gonna go with Jags right here.
Jags. Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence looks like a high school teenage girl.
Yeah. Bucks versus Vikings.
Vikings. Baker Mayfield's going to throw 4 interceptions.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Vikings right here. Titans versus Saints. I'm going to go with Saints. Yeah. Cardinals versus Commanders.
Oh, man. I don't know. I'm going to say Cardinals.
I'm going to go with Commanders. Cardinals.
I like the Commanders' defense. And their offense, too. Really like Terry McLaurin and.
You saw that clip of the Cardinals coach, like first team meeting. I'm like, as soon as I saw that clip, I'm like, Cardinals are gonna lose all their games.
Was that the team that was getting waxed by the Vikings and the.
Yeah.
But in like the 1-on-1s and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna go with Commanders on that one.
Yeah, and also, like they are. Cardinals are voted for like the worst facilities. You have to pay for food and drinks there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm surprised Larry Fitzgerald stayed there that long. I'm like, man, I would not like to be there.
Yeah.
But Texans versus Ravens.
Come on, man.
Ravens. Packers versus Bears.
I'm gonna go Bears.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bears. I want to see how Jordan Love do this game, but it's going to be Bears. Justin Fields, he's going to take a huge step from last year.
How do you think Justin Fields is going to do this year? You think he's going to be in the MVP race? Really, Justin Fields is the same player as Jalen Hurts to me. Just better. He just doesn't have the spotlight.
Mm-hmm. And he does have
as Jalen Hurts.
He does have an arm on him. That's what people are forgetting about him. People just focus on him being.
I seen how he played in college in that against Clemson, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Justin Fields is really like that. He's the same. I think he's a better Jalen Hurts. He just doesn't have the same spotlight as Jalen Hurts had.
And the O-line too.
And the O-line and the weapons. Jalen Hurts has way more weapons.
So you're saying if if Justin Fields had that Eagles O-line,
if Justin Fields was on the Eagles, they would have won. He would have won MVP, and they would have won that Super Bowl.
Okay.
That's. I feel like he's better than Jalen Hurts, bro. Like, and I'm a fan of Jalen Hurts. I'm not even saying that like in a slanderous way to Jalen Hurts. I'm saying Justin Fields is really like that. I'm saying he's faster than Jalen Hurts. He has a faster 40 time than Jalen Hurts. He
has a bigger arm.
He has a bigger arm than him. Like,
put that on the TikTok.
He's the closest thing to Cam Newton, if you want to be for real, in the league right now.
That's true.
He just doesn't have the same spotlight as Jalen Hurts, bro. Mm-hmm. That's all.
And he's not really in the best franchise, too, for quarterbacks.
He plays for the Chicago Bears. The Bears ain't been good since.
Well, the Eagles always have good quarterbacks, especially good black quarterbacks, too.
Yeah.
What? Donovan McNabb, Randall Cobb. Not Randall Cobb. Randy Cunningham.
I said Randall Cobb. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, Michael Vick.
Yeah.
So, they always had good quarterbacks back in the day. So, and if you want to put Carson Wentz and maybe Nick Foles in that list, but
they got a Super Bowl out of them.
Yeah, they got a Super Bowl out of them. So, speaking about the Eagles and Patriots.
Eagles. Yeah.
Dolphins versus Chargers.
Interesting.
Especially that's definitely a good week 1 game. I'm surprised that not a Sunday night football game.
Dolphins.
That should be a Sunday night football
Dolphins
game.
versus Chargers. Let's see. Tua, Tyreek, and Jalen Waddle.
Maybe Jalen Waddle. He's questionable.
Questionable.
He's on my fantasy team. He's questionable. I'm like, Cooper Kupp is out too. So like,
hopefully it evens out. But Jalen Ramsey's on the defense now.
I'm gonna go with Dolphins.
I want to go with Dolphins, but I'm a Justin Herbert fan. Like,
see, I'm an extreme Chargers hater.
Really?
For good reason. People think they're good, but they never are. Especially last year when he lost to the Jaguars. that put a big smile to my faces. Because, like, and also, I never met a Chargers fan, too. I never in my life met a Chargers fan. So I don't know where all these Chargers fans came from.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know where the Chargers fans came from either.
There's none. Like, I never
San
met
Diego
one.
and...
I never met a Chargers fan. Like,
but when have they really been good for you to even see Chargers fans, really?
What, when they had Drew Brees, LaDainian Thompson, and Antonio Gates? But they still...
But that was like 30 years ago.
They've never been good. Like,
every player you named is retired now.
Retire in the Hall of Fame or going to the Hall of Fame. So...
Bro, Drew Brees had a Hall of Fame career after he left the Chargers. But I'm gonna just go Dolphins on this one. Bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dolphins. Rams, Seahawks. I'm going with Seahawks. Yeah. Cowboys or the Giants.
Hey, I'm going with the Giants on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to Giants. Bills, Jets. Monday Night Football.
Ooh, that's how you start week 1 off. Bills, Jets. Can I go with the Hard Knocks team?
Okay. I'm going with the Bills because, you know.
I'm going to be realistic. I'm going to go with the Bills. But, yeah, it wouldn't be... I'd be ecstatic if I see Aaron Rodgers pull out a week 1 win over the Bills, bro.
Okay. Vikings, Eagles.
Eagles?
Yeah, I'm going with Eagles. That's for Thursday night, so.
That's their week 2 game? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, so they got basically like a back-to-back, really. They got play Sunday, then get ready for Thursday. We're going to see how the Eagles do this year, man.
Yeah, but in other news, let me just pull this up.
Oh yeah, but that's not a crazy take, y'all. I want to know what people think in the comments, man. Do y'all think Justin Fields is a better Jalen Hurts? Just in a way worse situation
compared to all the other scrambling quarterbacks in the league.
If you put Justin Fields in Jalen Hurts' shoes right now, Justin Fields would have won MVP and would have won the Super Bowl. That's the take. That's the take of the day. Take of the podcast, man.
Okay.
We'll get back to y'all next week on that one.
Okay. So, Team USA. World champions.
Lost to Germany, bro?
Lost to Germany.
Come on,
113 to 111.
I see.
Which I kind of knew. I don't care how good. Like, I already knew, like, all these other teams are better than USA. But, of course, it's Team USA. They're going to get all the hype and stuff. But, like, I didn't like them. Especially when they lost to their practice squad, too. And some of the players on the practice squad should really be on this. Like, when I said that Trae Young was complaining about not being on Team USA, too. And not like players don't want to be on Team USA. It's just the coaches that choose these players don't want them on the team. They want to have their own system. And sometimes, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. But the thing is, with not having Trae Young on the team, you already have a lot of guards. A lot of great guards in the league. So, but best player of the game, so it clearly was Anthony Edwards and Austin Reeves off the bench. Both. Anthony Edwards, 23 points, 8 rebounds, 3.
Why are they coming off the bench?
Then Anthony Edwards starting. Austin Reeves off the bench. And Austin Reeves with 21 points. And then Jalen Brunson with 15 points. And Mikal Bridges with 17 points.
This USA team is horrible. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm just spoiled and used to the old Team USA.
Hey, they posted something on
But
ESPN.
these guys are
ESPN
like...
posted like, oh, what if we have KD, LeBron, and Steph, and like LeBron commented on it like with his eye, like the eye emojis. I'm like, hey, LeBron, one more year.
He's not doing that.
Get that trophy for one more year.
I mean, if we could go compete in the Olympics in 2024, maybe. But I don't know.
Hey, imagine KD. Like we never saw LeBron, KD, and Steph all on the same team.
That's That's literally cheating, bro. You cannot do that. That's just.
Hey, everybody else has the best teams. Well, not Germany. Serbia doesn't even have their best team player out there. So,
Really?
yeah, Jokic's not playing. It's the other Jovic playing, and he's been playing good too. But hey, Dennis Schroeder got it done. 17 points.
Did you see Dennis Schroeder get into his coach?
Mm-hmm. And then Franz Wagner, 22 points. Daniel Tice, 21 points. I can't pronounce this dude's name. I'm sorry, but he had 24 points. So they all got done.
Schroeder, Wagner, Daniel Tice. Who the heck is that? He's not even in the league. Who is that though?
I can't even click on his name. That's the thing.
Oops. 24.
Mm-hmm.
Bro is getting torched for 24 by an unknown person, by an NPC.
And the thing is, we shot better from the three than they did. They just... Oh, it was a close game. I didn't see the highlights yet, so I gotta see if it like...
I watched them. At least we could go compete for a bronze medal, man. I guess that's what we gotta settle for against Canada.
Yeah.
And we might lose to Canada if you want to be for real.
Yeah. So who's playing the finals? Is it Slovenia versus Germany?
Yes. No, is it? I think so.
Check.
Yeah, Germany versus...
Oh, Serbia.
Serbia, yeah.
So what was the game before? I thought Slovenia made it far because I saw Canada was playing them. Or I guess I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. But USA versus Canada, so this is going to be a good game. I might root for Canada right here.
Man, you know who on Canada, man.
I'm going to root for Canada.
I'm rooting for MJ. Y'all know who I'm rooting. I told you I'm not a fan of Team USA, bro.
Yeah.
We got Shea on and wearing number 2 for Canada, bro. I'm not getting me a Canada jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan Brooks said he's the best perimeter defender in the world.
Bro.
We're going to see Dylan Brooks, man. Guard Anthony Edwards. Lock him up, and then we can have that debate.
Yeah, but Bojan Bogdanovic had 23 points last game. He was the man for that game.
I'm about to watch this game now. Mm-hmm. Canada versus USA.
The only problem is it's so early in the morning.
Yeah, they do be early, man.
Yeah, but also another problem with Team USA, they do lack nobody on this Team USA never play over international basketball. This is all their first year. Mm-hmm. I feel like if you want to make a team, you gotta have at least that.
They don't have no experience playing overseas.
At least you gotta have that veteran presence on that team.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't ask anybody. Can you at least ask Draymond Green to play? At least he had that veteran exposed. But I don't know. But so if you guys knew, so during the Florida game versus who was it? Utah. A lot of people couldn't watch the game because of Spectrum blacking out all ESPN games. So nothing on ESPN, you can't watch any of that. So half the people can't even watch the college football games that was going on. So what's your thoughts about Spectrum blocking out ESPN?
This is my first time hearing about this. Mm-hmm. I don't really know. I have to look more into it and get back to you on it. But I didn't even know. So
it's not really Spectrum versus ESPN. It's more versus the Walt Disney Company. So they're dropping ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, ACC Network.
That's because they all partnered together.
Mm-hmm. ABC, FX, and Disney Channel, and others.
Interesting. Because you could get like Disney, Disney, like, and all the sports stuff together in a package. I think that's because they're all partnered together and they be throwing deals and stuff. So it makes sense. It's not even. I don't even think Spectrum has beef with ESPN. I think they just got beef with
Walt Disney.
Disney and
it's
Disney
mostly because they failed to reach a deal about having the channels on there, so they decided just cut it all out. Which Disney been taking a lot of L's lately. Yeah. Especially with the ESPN firings for all the other things. So been taking a lot of L's. They haven't all the movies they've been coming out for Pixar, Marvel, all this stuff haven't been hitting the box office. And they've been struggling with the streamings too, so they've been taking a lot of L's lately. But
back to back, man.
But that's pretty much what we all have for this week.
Yes, sir, man.
So, shall I show us real quick?
Yes, sir. Not j.jack on Instagram. Follow that.
Primetime.ciafa on Instagram. Follow us, Me Personally Podcast, Instagram, YouTube, not Snapchat. I say Snapchat.
Hey, we need a Snapchat.
Twitter,
TikTok,
Thread. I mean, not my fault.
Threads, everything, bro. Just follow me personally.
Not even Twitter. It's X now.
Yeah, on X.
Yeah, you can.
Y'all know what that X stand for.
Hey, put some clips out there of your X videos. But follow us everywhere. If you guys want to send us some hot takes, we will always love to react them. Please keep them appropriate because someone sent a bad take that was. I'm like, can't say that. But so the link is in descriptions too. So on the link tree, after all the other platforms that our podcast is on, you see if you want to send a voice message or send it on Google Forms. You can send it either way. That's pretty much what we have today, so see you guys next week.
Yes, sir. See y'all next week, man. Send us some hot takes, bro. Don't forget. And we out. Yes, sir.
I got this shit inside my body that you can't feel. I've been working on my goals, I've been seeking all the greatness. And I've been talking about my pain like a Drake generation. They laughing in my face when they see the hits I'm making. I get so much shit on my brain, I tell them I can get to rest. It's all better, it's all better, it's all better. It's all better. And I've been charged up trying to run the game just like a gentleman.